We're still less than a year away from your election as leader of the Conservative Party. It was lightning fast thanks to the peculiar dynamics of modern leadership races, but it took 13 ballots. On 12 of those ballots, Maxime Bernier was in first place, and then you were in second place. And he has been very outspoken since then. He's got a book coming out in which he will suggest some of the ways that he would fix Canada. Is that sort of, really substantial presence in the party, in the caucus, a force multiplier for you, or is it a management challenge?
I believe the relationship is great. I think caucus is I'm in an incredibly fortunate period of time for a Conservative leader. I don't know that there are too many instances in Canadian history where a Conservative Party has lost an election and stayed united. It's not always a given. When you talk to members of our caucus and members of our party, we are incredibly united. We're a year and a bit out from the next election. We are all focused on the same goal. Maxime ran a great leadership campaign. He attracted a lot of people to the party, and he had some innovative policies. We all did. Every single one of us brought new people into the party. Every person who put their name forward. So the party grew substantially, up over 250,000 members. Incredible growth of our membership. So of course, that's a positive thing. And I think that when you have someone who has done that, who can speak to a certain segment of the Conservative movement with eloquence and who has certainly captivated their imagination on some of the policies, but it's great to have that momentum go forward. And I think Maxime will tell you, he's told me, and that he's as focused on that goal as I am, and I'm excited to work with him as we go forward, and we're already working on some of the policies that both he and I agreed on. He's got a private members bill that I fully support to bring in greater transparency for government grants and loans to private corporations. So corporate subsidies that are in the form of loans. Right now, taxpayers don't know if those loans ever get paid back. That was a big piece for both he and I about the whole piece about how government gets involved in the economy and whether or not taxpayers should have that right to know that. So I'm very optimistic about going forward in that aspect.
This private members bill is occasioned by a lot of the commentary around repeated loans to Bombardier without any, and other corporations, but without any sense of whether we ever get those loans paid back. Is that right?
Yeah, it's the whole piece of grants and contributions that are under the category of repayable loans. And right now, there's no real mechanism to ensure that the public is kept up to date as to whether or not those loans are being paid back. And we believe that part of the accountability, when you look at some of the relationship between the Liberal Party and private companies, that at the very minimum, Canadians and the media and opposition parties should have a right to know what the nature of some of these loans are and whether or not they are actually being paid back.
Okay.